It's Breaking the News with Jay Lafferty.
Jay Lafferty, and this is Breaking the News, the show that breaks the week's news and asks four opinionated panellists to put it back together again. With me this week are some of the funniest comedians around. On my right, we have Mark Jennings and Crystal Evans, and facing them are Athena Kobwenye and Billy Kirkwood. In the news this week, an episode of Breaking the News reportedly saved a hiker's life as the sound of Raymond Mearn's voice scared off an aggressive bear. Normally, that only happens when Raymond is out and about in Ibrox. Specially trained guardian dogs from the Alps could be used to help protect newborn lambs from sea eagles. The sheepdogs are trained to look out for the large birds of prey in the sky. They got the idea after watching a documentary called Paw Patrol. And 4 climate activists were arrested at an oil refinery in Grangemouth after chaining themselves to an old washing machine. Police said the arrest took over 4 hours as the washing was on a cotton cycle. You've met the panel. Let's crack on with round one. This is the Broken News round, where our teams have to guess 2 major stories of the week that have been mashed together into one single news headline. Mark and Crystal, can you tell me what this is about?
The Chief Executive of NatWest, Dame Alison Rose, has
postponed a new clean-shaven policy
after coming under pressure to resign. She was heavily criticised
after taking health and safety advice and listening to
the UK government.
The Scottish Police Federation
expressed significant concerns about Nigel Farage's
beards and moustaches.
So, Mark, what is going on here?
I believe the first story is about the boss of NatWest Bank having to resign over the controversy about Nigel Farage's bank account.
Yes, this is the news that the Chief Executive of NatWest, Dame Alison Rose, has left her post after coming under pressure to resign. She revealed that she was the source of an inaccurate BBC report which claimed Nigel Farage's bank account at Coutts was closed because he no longer met the bank's wealth threshold. It was later discovered that this was untrue, and the documents from the bank revealed they were in fact worried about what they called the significant reputational risk of being associated with them. And it has now been announced that the boss of Coutts, Peter Flavel, is also stepping down. Dame Alison Rose apologised to Nigel Farage for deeply inappropriate comments about his suitability as a Coutts customer. Apparently, she said he was the reason they had to put all the pens on little chains. Mark, are you surprised that Dame Alison Rose has stepped down?
Well, I think a lot of people said that the argument is your bank shouldn't be able to close your account based on your political views, and I think that is fair enough, because I wouldn't want my bank to be looking at my tweets and be like, oh, so you say you're a socialist? Well, you won't be needing any of this money then, will you?
Billy, what's your thinking about Dame Alison Rose's resignation?
Gutted. Gutted. She was my favourite bank boss. Yeah. I had her poster on my wall. I had one of the action figure. Who cares? Who cares? Until last week, I thought Alison Rose was a website that people in America used to cheat on their partners.
I love the thought that you've got bank managers' posters on your wall, just like, if you get your local woman as well.
Debbie, aye.
Athena, what do you think about this?
I'm just thinking about the Halifax man on my wall.
Oh, Howard.
I do feel sorry for her because she effectively got fired for telling the truth. Like, Nigel Farage is very bad for brands. If you opened a restaurant and you wanted the face of your restaurant, would you choose Nigel Farage? Would you stick a cardboard cutout of him in the front door with him holding a chicken wing or something? And be like, finger licking good. Like, no, you wouldn't. He's terrible for brands. Nigel Farage can't promote anything. So, she got 5% of the truth, which is a shame. But there you go.
Crystal, this is a difficult question, right? But do you have any sympathy for Nigel Farage in this situation?
I mean, I guess good for him for being right once on a technicality. You know what I mean? Like,
he's saying he's wanting to become a campaigner for rights to do with banking and stuff now. And like Farage, he said that having a bank account's a fundamental right in France and Germany, right? But see if he loves France and Germany so much.
Hey!
if you were in charge of your own bank, what rules would you put in place?
First rule is if you're using a cash point, use it quickly and get out of my way. All right? What are you doing? Literally, what are you doing? Get out of the way. Literally 4 numbers, then 2 more numbers, and then leave. All right?
Billy, I'm almost terrified to ask what the rules of the Billy Kirkwood Bank would be.
Right, straight out the gate. Let's bring back the mad security questions that you can get asked. Like, for example, I've got a couple of ones I thought of here. What is the name of your least favourite child? And can we bring back freebies? Remember, you used to get freebies when you joined a bank. Like when I was 12 and I joined the Bank of Scotland, I got a super saver squirrel and a wee gonk with the googly eyes. That'd be great for young folk now, wee googly eyes to take their mind off the fact they're never going to have a mortgage. Look at that!
Athena and Billy, what was the other story that we're after?
This is Police Scotland postponing plans to force officers to be clean-shaven.
Correct. This is the story that Police Scotland has postponed a new clean-shaven policy for its officers after taking health and safety advice and listening to staff. The policy, already delayed from May, would need many frontline officers and staff to remove their beards and moustaches. And the rules would have meant that anyone who wasn't clean-shaven would have to be given the sack, along with the back and the crack. So that is correct. The clean-shaven policy has been postponed. Athena, do you agree?
If I'm getting arrested by a police officer who is male, I want to have a crush on him. And I just think that if you're not clean-shaven, that is going to reduce the likelihood of me wanting to get into your pants.
I was reading a little bit about this, and apparently the big issue is that it's moustaches, goatees, and long hair, but it says nothing about mutton chops and sideburns, because, yeah, that's going to reassure the public the Jack the Ripper look.
Mark, you go between kind of stubbly and clean-shaven. What's your thoughts on the clean-shaven policy being postponed? Do you agree?
First of all, like you say, I've got stubble, and what would they do if people come in? Like, what are they going to do? They're going to arrest them, and then you just see police officers going, "Why don't you arrest the real criminals for once?"
I don't recognise your justice, your authority.
When I think about people with beards, yeah, I'm thinking about Gandalf, Abraham Lincoln, Hagrid, Santa, my husband, these two, and I can't take any of them seriously.
What's your thoughts on telling people what they're meant to wear at work?
I didn't think it was really appropriate to tell people what to wear. But then, Jay, you messaged me several times before this recording and also said to me backstage, "Crystal, can you please wear something that won't cause so many nip slips like in the past?" And I was like, "Jay, this is radio. Like, I'm just giving the studio audience what they want." And then you were like, "Oh, well, this is my big day. If anyone's going to have a nip slip, it's going to be me." Okay.
Mark, what do you think? Should your bosses be able to tell you how to look when you're at your work?
We had a dress code in my old work, which I never understood because it was a call centre, right? Like, I know. Like one day I get into trouble for coming in wearing black jeans instead of trousers, and I was like, "What? We're never going to receive a complaint like on the phone." I believe the operator I spoke to earlier this afternoon sounded like he was only dressed smart casual.
Final question on this topic. Athena, what new rule would you implement for Police Scotland officers?
Well, obviously, just continuing the chain of thought that I've been on, fluffy handcuffs. I just sort of think go all the way in with the kink, and instead of just change the thing you say when you arrest someone. You say, "You have the right to remain sexy."
Well done, Athena and Billy. You get 2 points for that. It was the mashup of Dame Alison Rose's resignation and Police Scotland postponing its clean-shaven policy. And at the end of that round, the teams are all square. Much of our news is about public opinion. So, to find out what stories people are talking about, we spoke to two friends of the show, political commentator and Herald columnist Brian Taylor and legendary broadcaster and writer Kirsty Wark. Athena and Billy, what do you think Brian is on about here?
I know it's serious and all that, but we can have a bit of a laugh too. Can you imagine the interview? Are you now, or have you ever been, a fan of Andy Stewart and his seminal work, Donald, Where's Your Trousers? Have you at any point just come down from the Isle of Skye? Can you list the contents of a haggis? Actually, that's unfair. Nobody can do that.
I think this is the white paper. This is the proposals on the citizenship for an independent Scotland.
Yes, this week the Scottish Government published policy proposals on who could become a Scottish citizen if the country becomes independent. The proposals mirror the Irish system and highlight how non-Scots can qualify for citizenship. The Scottish Government say that the citizenship guidelines are in their earliest of stages, and so far all they've decided is no to Rod Stewart.
I don't know, it feels like, is this really what we should be concentrating on just now? It kind of feels like booking your dog into a groomer's and you don't have a dog yet, but going down anyway, and everyone's going like, oh, why is he here? He's not got a dog. Should he not buy a dog? Who's he pretending to walk in here? What's happening?
Crystal, you have adopted Scotland as your home.
I have.
And so what do you make of the latest proposals?
I don't know. I love how the Conservatives are kind of like, oh no, planning's an absolute waste of time. Like, what you should do is just get the vote you want any way you can, and then throw in a legal party and then resign. But I think it's probably good to pre-plan something before you do it, especially something really major, you know, like leaving the EU. I mean, the UK.
This is the fifth version of this white paper that they've produced, right? And what I don't understand is whether this is like a new one they've written or whether it's one the police found when they raided Nicola Sturgeon's house. One other thing I was going to say is that people, obviously a lot of people talk about what the Scottish passport would be, right? But I actually think you would also get a Scottish driving licence, which for Humza Yousaf means that he'd get the points taken off of his, so...
Athena, what would be the main appeal of becoming a Scottish citizen?
All over the world, there are people being rejected by their families because they are putting mac and cheese in a pie. They're being thrown out of their houses. Relationships are ending. And I think those people should be offered a safe haven where they can eat macaroni cheese pie without judgment. And that would be why I'm going to fill in my form the minute I'm able to.
Welcome to all the mac and cheese pie lovers. Athena, you've made Billy cry over there. He's just in puddles.
I've just never heard anything so beautiful in my life.
Billy, what do you think should be included in the Scottish citizenship test?
So many things. Starting a fight over nothing. Being good at going in a huff. And no telling everyone, but they know. Are you all right? Oh, I'm fine, aye. You sure you don't sound all right? Oh, I don't sound all right. I think I sound just fine.
Crystal, Scottish citizenship test.
Okay, I've got a lot for this one. Okay. So when they walk into the test center, right, the person at the desk has to say, "Can you believe this weather?" If they say anything along the lines of, "Well, yeah, I can believe it. Scotland has a cold, temperate climate lying on an extreme northern latitude, warmed by the Gulf Stream, but also influenced by the cold air of the North Pole, which makes the weather unpredictable at most times of year." Automatic fail. What the hell? The correct answer is, of course, unbelievable. I swear it was lovely when I left the house. Now it's chucking it down.
Mark Mark and Crystal, it's your turn now. What do you think Kirsty is talking about here?
There's a lot of distractions in a restaurant, but sometimes it's just quite nice to think, I'm really enjoying this food. It's really quite a good thing because it means that nobody can kind of send their fork in my direction. I really like watching people cook, and I think it's an opportunity just to consider your food and look around at the drama unfolding in front of you.
This is a story about more people are dining solo in Michelin-star restaurants and high-end chains.
Absolutely correct. More solo diners are visiting Michelin-starred restaurants to enjoy the finest food alone, boosting the struggling hospitality sector. This comes as a restaurant in London sparked criticism over its decision to introduce a minimum spend next month that will see solo diners charged more for their meals. Oh no. Michelin restaurant reviewers are well known for their secrecy and discretion, but who wouldn't notice a large man made entirely of white tyres sitting at their dinner table? You like your grub, Mark. Would you eat alone in a fancy restaurant?
You know, I go out for fancy meals on my own all the time, you know, and like, you know, because you just need to be confident and go up and go, table for one, please. Yes, I have been to Nando's before. You know, I think it's important to do things on your own. Like, let's see, just last weekend, right, I went to the cinema on my own, right, went to see a new Barbie movie, you know. And I didn't feel awkward at all, right, until the girl behind me said that I was blocking a view of the screen because of my pink cowboy hat.
The whole thing with this is that they are looking to charge solo diners more money. So it was a minimum of $350 in Cafe Royale in London. So is it fair to charge extra for solo diners?
I spoke to my husband about this. He's a chef. And he said that actually this news story has been slightly sensationalized, that this place basically has a certain number of solo dining tables available on any given night. But if they're all taken up and you still want to come alone and you want to sit at a table of two, then they will charge you a little bit more. And I was like, honey, that is the least funny answer I have ever heard. No one is going to laugh at that. So I told him to go and make me a sandwich, and then I sat and I ate it alone. It was really good.
And then there's the whole thing, like, so often I find myself in coffee shops and things alone, and I'll have like a backpack and stuff, and I have too much stuff out because I'm working, and then I'm in the toilet, and then I've got to go and I've got to ask someone, oh, can you just watch my stuff? So I can just toilet, oh my God, did I ask the right person? Or did I ask the guy who's going to nick my stuff? So then to do that in a restaurant as well, like suppose you go to the toilet and like, your food is there, and someone comes to your table and just nicks your food. That doesn't happen with your mates, but I can just see a stranger walking past going, oh, she's hardly touched her fish fingers or whatever you order in a posh restaurant. I don't know what you get. In a posh restaurant. So it's like, it sounds good on paper, but it's rife with difficulties. So it's a thing that you should do every now and again, but let's not fall into a trap of making this a thing that is the norm.
Absolutely. Nobody's wanting their fish fingers at the Michelin-starred restaurant. Billy, would you go out for a fancy meal on your own?
All right, I'll go for a fancy meal, but I don't want me getting the wrong idea. It's just dinner. Might let me walk me home, but that's it. Maybe a peck in the cheek. Maybe stay the night, but that's it.
Diners devouring dishes alone is the right answer, and 2 points go to Mark and Crystal. You're listening to Breaking the News from BBC Radio Scotland with me, Jay Lafferty. It is round 3. This round is all about who's in the news. I'll play you a clip of a mystery person, and all you have to do is tell me who it is. Mark and Crystal, you're first this time, so who is this?
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles, his heirs and successors, according to law. So help me God.
That is the woman that Boris Johnson appointed as the youngest ever House of Lords representative, Charlotte Owen.
Yes, this is Charlotte Owen, now Baroness Owen of Alderley Edge, the 30-year-old former advisor to Boris Johnson, who has joined the House of Lords as its youngest peer. She was among several allies of the ex-Prime Minister who were given life peerages in his resignation honours list. So, yes, a 30-year-old Charlotte Owen has become the youngest peer in the House of Lords. So, congratulations to her and the year she's going to spend in the House of Lords showing everyone how to work an iPad. So, are you surprised to see a 30-year-old in the House of Lords?
No, Jay, I'm not. I'm sure, as we all know, Nostradamus spoke about this being one of the signs of the end of days. No, I actually recently bumped into Charlotte Owen at a nightclub. She had ridden there on her bike, just got her training wheels off, so proud. And she was having trouble with the straw in her drink getting caught in her braces. What I'm saying is she's young. She's very young.
Apparently what she'd done for Boris was she would arrange meetings for him and feed information to him just to have a quick 20 seconds before going into a meeting to understand what the meeting is about. But we now know that a lot of Boris Johnson's meetings were actually parties. So effectively she's became a lord just for setting up some balloons and bunting and telling him, okay, right, so this morning it's Lisa's birthday party and then this afternoon it's Davey's leaving do.
She was born in 1993, is that right? 1993. Okay, I wear clothes that are older than this person. It's just insanity. It's insanity.
Why does she want to be in the House of Lords? I bet she's not even seen Back to the Future. That should just be, have you seen Back to the Future? No, away you go. It's not happening. And it teaches you everything you need to know about life. Friendship, time travel. If an old man tells you to meet at a car park at 2 a.m, you bring a camera. That's how I met my wife. But the thing is, Jay...
Yes, 2 points go to Mark and Crystal. That was the newest and youngest member of the House of Lords, Charlotte Owen. OK, Athena and Billy, now it's your turn. Who are they and why are they in the news?
People send me videos of them like cleaning beaches and rivers and all over the world, like Vietnam and things, like America and stuff, like opposite ends of the world. And it's nice to see that it's having an effect beyond just what I'm doing.
This is about a TikTok star who's got famous because he's walking around forests picking up litter in Scotland.
Yes, this is TikToker Josh Donaldson from Arbroath, who has found fame posting videos of him picking up litter in Scotland's forests. His hobby has gained him 1.5 million followers on TikTok and some very powerful enemies in the Wombo community. Billy, what do we make of Josh's endeavours?
I think it is brilliant. He's doing it, but as a Scottish person, within a couple of weeks, I'll turn on him. We always do. Good luck to him. I hope he keeps it going. But what's he going to do next? That's what I want to know. Can he live in the forest the rest of his life?
How bad are your forests that he can spend all day just picking up rubbish and filming it and getting loads of followers? He found a pig's head. Scotland, what's going on? What's going on? A pig? I've never seen a pig's head when I go out walking. We don't have that in England. We don't have pig's head. He also found 300 tyres. But how does he find? Did no one else notice a pile of 300 tyres in this? So I don't think he's going to forests. I think he's going to scrap yards and just showing people on Twitter. Look how bad our forests are. No, that's the recycling centre, mate.
Our forests are Michelin star, I'll have you know. Apparently his social media is full of supportive comments and positive feedback, which does make a change for mine, which is just full of people saying that I'm not funny and my voice is too nasally.
I'm just trying to be supportive of you, Mark.
I'm sorry about that again, if you don't mind.
We did say we really liked your glasses.
Yeah.
Crystal, what have you done recently to make this world a better place?
I was talking to another female comedian in my house. We were having a conversation about, the things that female comedians kind of get said to them after a gig, sometimes little passive-aggressive comments. And my 8-year-old son was there, right? And he was like, what do you mean? Why would they say that? And I was like, well... you know, some people think that women sometimes aren't as funny as men. And then he said, really? I mean, if anything, I would say women are funnier than men. And I was like, I think I'm done. You can move out. I won parenting. So yeah.
Well done. Josh Donaldson is the right answer. 2 points go to Athena and Billy. Time now for our final quickfire round, which is all about deciphering the numbers in the news. I'll read out a headline and all the teams have to do is fill in the blanks. Get ready, teams. When we run out of time, you'll hear this.
I'm sick to death of your condescending tone.
That's Nigel Farage there responding to a complaint from his viewer. Okay, let's go. 1 million what were discovered at a home in Los Angeles? Athena.
Is it unreleased James Corden albums?
Oh, please, God, let them stay there. Good guess, but that is not it. I'll set you up again. 1 million what were discovered at a home in Los Angeles? Crystal.
Breast implants from the 90s.
I wonder where they'd gone. No, that's a good guess, but we're not quite there yet. 1 million what were discovered at a home in Los Angeles? Mark.
Bits of rubbish from a forest in Arbroath.
1 million what were discovered at a home in Los Angeles? Billy.
Coppers. From like when you get change, because...
Oh, I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give him that. It is 1 million what were discovered at a home in Los Angeles. It was old pennies. Yeah.
I'm sick to death of your condescending tone.
That's the klaxon. Nigel has faraged. It's all over. And at the end of the quiz, our winners this week are Athena Gobuenu and Billy Kirkwood. Commiserations to Mark Jennings and Crystal Evans. And we'll leave you with the breaking news just in. A new mystery painting will go on display for the first time ever after being confirmed to be a lost Raphael. Experts say they knew immediately who painted it, as it was found in a sewer surrounded by pizza boxes and martial arts equipment. The rock band The 1975 has cancelled upcoming concerts in Asia after the lead singer broke Malaysia's anti-LGBT laws by kissing the bass player on stage. The frontman said it was important to set an example and show people it's okay to kiss a bass player. And the Oppenheimer and Barbie movies have both seen audiences flooding to the cinema since their release last week. People have been fascinated to find out about the creation of the atom bomb and indeed all the other things created by scientist Barbie. The news is broken. I've been Jay Lafferty. Goodbye!